Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get into it. All right, rock stars, boy, I tell you, the devil been busy. Didn't want me to get out here and do this video this evening. Y'all know I'm doing this video Wednesday night after work because it's the end of the month, and you know what that means. Bitch gotta get her. You already know. We doing the video early, and I had decided to take Blue for a quick walk. And on the way back home, 3 doors down from my house, one of my neighbors has a pit bull, and they were trying to leave, and they were trying to get their pit bull in the car, and of course they didn't have their dog on a leash. And me and Blue were walking, and I was just like, I can't walk by them. We were down the street. I could see them, but we weren't close enough for the other dog to see Blue and Blue to see that dog. So, well, actually Blue did see the dog, but the other dog never saw us. So Blue, of course, was trying to get down there because, honey, when Blue see a dog, honey, he's ready. And the girl couldn't get the dog in the car, and the dog was running around. You know how they do when they think you playing, so they be all doing all this juking and trying to go around. And so me and Blue basically was blocked at a cul-de-sac, and we couldn't go because that dog was out. So I had to call Joe and tell him to bring the Jeep, because Joe was the only one that was home at the time. Bring the Jeep to where I was, and so I can put Blue in the car, so I can, because Blue don't play with dogs. He fights dogs, and ain't nobody got time to be trying to break up 2 pit bulls, and that dog is just as big as Blue, you know, from fighting. So I just got back home, okay, 45 fucking minutes later, because Joe was like, I just got out the shower, and I got to put some clothes on, and where the key at, and I was like, nigga, will you hurry up? We about to have a catastrophe out here. Child, anyway. And they still ain't got the dog in the car. They still out there trying to, child, I got time. Nobody got time. Anyway, we are back home safe. Blue is in the house. Avoided a fight and possibly one dog being killed. Ain't no telling which one it would have been, but honey, Blue, yeah, we had to make sure that that crisis was averted. Anyway, you guys, enough about that. First subject up today, you guys, Hurricane Ian. Man, I am worried about my rock stars out there in Florida. They say that it's a Category 4, right on the cusp of a Category 5 hurricane. Not a tropical storm. This is a hurricane that is going to be moving lazily across Florida. They're saying everybody in Florida is going to get some sort of contact with this hurricane. And I say lazily because they say that it's moving like at 9 miles per hour. Now the winds, so it's catastrophic wind, rain, and a storm surge, right? So they're expecting something like 20 inches of rain, flooding conditions, of course. And they're saying that the winds are up to 155 miles an hour, but is moving at 9 miles an hour across the state. So they're expecting it all to be going across through the weekend. Shout out to the rock stars that have been reaching out to me and, you know, saying that they were worried about me and my family here in Georgia. We're in Atlanta, and of course Atlanta is in northern Georgia, so and we're not really near water or anything like that, so we are probably going to be fine. Not probably, I'm almost 100% sure that we'll be fine. We probably will get a little bit of rain, but we're not close enough to really be affected here in Atlanta, like, of course, like they are in Florida. Now, if we were in southern Georgia, so Savannah, they're saying that the storm is going to kind of hit the coast, you know, because it likes the water. It gets the energy from the water and all of that. So they're saying that it's in Savannah, and then it's going to go like to South Carolina and go up that way. So most of Georgia, you know, with the exception of southern Georgia, the rest of us looks like, you know, we'll probably get some cloudy weather, dreary rain and things, but nothing like what's hitting in Florida. Like I told you guys last week, it is definitely hurricane season. And That is the one reason why I loved Florida. When we visit Florida, there are parts of Florida that reminds me so much of LA. But the hurricanes, y'all, and people be like, you from LA, you know, you should be used to natural disaster. Yeah, I'm used to earthquakes, but I'll pick an earthquake over a hurricane any day, okay? Because an earthquake happens, and yeah, it's devastating, but it's over when it's over. A hurricane leaves so much devastation in its wake. The water alone scares me, because you guys know that that's a fear of mine, that I'm going to die from, you know, in water in some kind of way. So that idea, the flooding and all that, just scares me. So they had placed an evacuation order, but now the governor is saying that it's pretty much too late to safely evacuate. So now, if you hadn't left Florida by now, then you need to just be hunkering down and kind of riding the storm out. And I guess maybe trying to be as high up as you can and things like that. I just, you know, every year we talk about these hurricanes, and every year is just scary to me. I just, you know, and I worry about, I have some friends that live down in Florida. So I do worry about them. And like I said, my rock stars out there, rock stars who have family, friends out there, you know, just prayers up for you guys, because I mean, once again, and it seems like the hurricanes are getting worse, you know, because of just climate change. Everything seems to just be way more severe. It's way more hot. It's way more storms. It's way, you know, the stronger hurricanes. Then of course, when it's winter, you know, was areas that was getting, you know, all this snow and all that craziness that nobody was prepared for. I mean, remember what happened in Texas? It's just, you know, yeah, the climate change, global climate change has affected our weather systems so severely, and it's just going to get worse. It just makes me wonder what it'll be like in 25, 30 years. I mean, I can't even imagine. It's already awful. But like I said, prayers up for everybody that's out there. Hopefully you guys can ride out that storm and still be safe, and your family safe, and your homes, you know, not destroyed. So you guys just please be safe out there. All right, you guys, next story up. So you guys know every week I ask you guys for suggestions for top of the blog. One of you guys said in my comments that one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas, turns out her name is Bree. It's the one that's called Bree. Okay. You guys said that she said she was on social media and that she was ranting and saying that she couldn't afford a night nurse or a nanny, and was asking people for money, petitioning people for money for it. And I was just like, you are lying. Like, I know this girl ain't out there doing that. So I was like, let me look up the story and see what was going on. So basically, from what I was able to ascertain, Bree was on social media and just kind of venting about the difficulties of new mommyhood. And you guys know how it is when you first have a baby, and you know, they're up all night. You don't know when the day begins and ends. You ain't took showers. You can't finish a fucking meal. You know, you look around and your cup of coffee that you made and put in the microwave 3 times to heat up, okay, that shit is still in the microwave. You ain't been able to drink it. You guys know how it is. So she was complaining or just venting, you know, just saying how she hadn't slept in 72 hours, and you know, she was exhausted, and you know, regular new mommy things. Well, apparently people were in her comments and were saying things to her, and somebody said, you know, why don't you get a night nurse or a nanny so, you know, you can have help in the nighttime. And she said back to that person, I'm sure she said it facetiously, but she said, well, you gonna pay for it? Okay. And then the person responded to her and said, no, get Nick Cannon to pay for it, considering that's the baby daddy. Okay. And so that is why people are saying that she was asking people for money. I was under the impression, the way you left that damn comment on my Instagram, that she had been set up a fucking GoFundMe and was out there saying shit like, you know, Nick Cannon ain't helping and I ain't got no time, you know, I'm tired and, you know, I'm tired, you know, I haven't got no sleep and all of that, when really the lady was just venting, okay? And really, you have them kind of times even if you have help, all right? Because if you're a parent, even if the spouse is there, like the baby just completely throws off everybody's fucking schedule. So, I mean, I understand where the girl was coming from, but I want the girl to understand is you just need to find you some of your close homegirls and tell them about when you tired and shit. Do not be on social media because, first of all, social media always gonna have an opinion, right? There's always going to be somebody whose opinion is different than yours. And then thirdly is, what do you expect these people to say to you, considering you're part of a damn fucking tribe of women that have all these babies by Nick Cannon? One of the biggest gripes that everybody has is the fact that how is he going to spread himself amongst however many kids does he have, 10 kids or whatever? How do you spread yourself amongst 10 people, 10 babies, to try to spend time, quality time, necessary help for the mother? Like, how do you do all this? There's no way that this man can do this unless he had a damn compound and had everybody living all on the same compound, and he went from house to house to house, like on Big Love or some shit. Okay? So it's just sort of like, girl, you should know that everybody is going to have something negative to say, because you guys have this very unconventional relationship. As far as him, we still don't know what the fuck, is he with these girls or not? I mean, you know, I guess he with them when he with them. But so while I understood what she was saying and what she was going through, because we've all been there as new mothers, even when we had a helpful spouse in the house, I just was like, girl, you ain't gonna get no sympathy from social media. What the fuck you up here to complain? You ain't got no homegirl you can call and be like, Tracy, can you come over here and sit with this damn baby so I can, you know? But we don't need you to be on. And then when you gonna ask somebody, you gonna pay for it. You got a real rich husband. Not husband. You got a real rich baby daddy. So why would you even say something like I think she just really forgot exactly the whole story. Cause girl, yeah, you're not gonna get no sympathy from social media when it comes to you complaining about not being able to take care of your baby. Okay? Or not even saying that you can't take care of, that you're tired, you know, that you're exhausted. One, it comes with the territory, and two, you signed up to be baby mama number whatever the fuck it is. And so we can't feel sorry. Really, we really can't. Because when people sign up and say, okay, I want to have a baby, I know I'm not with somebody, I'm going to be a single parent, most likely, then you have to prepare in your mind what that entails. Like, single parent means single, me, one. Okay? I'm going to have to do the shit all. I can't, what's the word? Not trust. I can't even, I hate when I can't think of the word, but I can't lean on the knowledge or the fact of knowing that I can just go in the other room and be like, babe, can you sit with the baby for a little while? Cause I just need a little mental break. Nigga need to get some fucking sleep. Okay. So, I mean, that's just what it is. But you guys, y'all know y'all be messy. Oh, she had been petitioned the people to give her some money to take care of her baby because Nick Cannon won't get her a nurse nanny and a night nurse and a nanny. Y'all be killing me. But I mean, I get it. I mean, I can't feel sorry for Bree. You know, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to tough it out the best way you can. Eventually, the baby will be older, and you'll look back on this and laugh. All right, you guys, next story. Okay, so one of the stories that, I told y'all before that I have aged out of this thing is this whole, the rapper girl beefs. Like, everybody fighting and shit. I just don't understand. I mean, I really don't understand why we got to be fighting all the time. So the one that been going on this week was between Cardi B and AkbarV. Now listen, I don't even know why Cardi B got herself caught up in this shit. Okay? Because one, you are Cardi B and you are arguing and fussing with AkbarV. There's a problem with that already at the beginning. Okay? Girl, get your ass off of social media and quit fucking around with these people that don't need your attention. You gave that girl way too much attention. So I guess AkbarV has been subtweeting Cardi B, and people are saying that AkbarV is in this she's kind of taking on the beef that Nicki Minaj has with Cardi B, because, you know, AkbarV is so happy to have been on the remix for Nicki Minaj's song Super Freak, very super freaky girl, or whatever it's called. So now she's kind of like in attack dog mode, and she's going after Cardi B. And really, I don't know why AkbarV has a problem with Cardi B. Like, what is the fucking problem? So I guess she's been subtweeting her. Don't ask me what the subtweets are. I don't know. I don't know what the subtweets are. But she's been saying things, and I guess Cardi B was feeling away. So supposedly, Cardi B reached out to AkbarV on phone, tried to call her on the phone and have a discussion with her, okay? AkbarV wouldn't answer the phone. Or apparently either she wouldn't answer the phone or they talked for a hot minute on the phone, okay? But it seemed that AkbarV wanted to have the conversation or the argument on text message so that she could ultimately put it on social media for everybody to see what was being said. Okay, so that's what happened. Cardi B got wrangled into this fucking text message loop, and AkbarV, you know, and really they were just talking about each other in the text message. So it wasn't really nothing that was getting resolved or them trying to talk about what the real problem was. It's just one was talking about how you don't write raps, and the other one was talking about how you don't have your kids. And, you know, it was just sort of like, and I was like, Cardi, why are you even letting AkbarV? I mean, she clearly had time that day, but that shit was on social media all fucking day. And I was just like, why are you even getting into it with her? Like, what? Who? Girl. And then, you know, AkbarV was talking about Offset and how he danced on stage. But it's just sort of like AkbarV. While I do think that AkbarV is talented, I do think that the girl can rap. Okay? But her methods of getting herself out there, even from her loving hip-hop days, is just... it don't be right, you guys. She just wrong all the time. So, you know, she just, You know, Cardi B put up the video of her giving the blowjob, that real nasty blowjob when she spit all on it. And, you know, she put up that video. And then AkbarV was like, you know, that's fucked up that you would put that video up. And, you know, my kids have to be re-traumatized. They have to see that shit. Even though it's always going to be out there in the internet. Once it hits the internet streets, it's out there. But, you know, she was just like, my kids don't need to see that. And Cardi B did feel bad and was like, okay, I'll take that shit down, even though, you know, like, fuck you still, but I will take that down. But it was just sort of like, y'all, why is everybody fighting? Why the girls can't get together? Y'all know I really do like female relationships are very important. Okay, and that you shouldn't be out there as a woman by yourself, having to be facing the world by yourself. You need to have that sisterhood. And I just, you know, nigga don't feel like getting up here and on her soapbox, and because, you know, I know it can't always be kumbaya, and I know it's motherfuckers that just ain't gonna like each other. But in general, I'm just saying, I wish the rapper girls can just get it together. Like, I just wish everybody could either get along or just stay out of each other's way. It's way more, it's enough food at this fucking table for everybody to goddamn eat. It's so much that can be accomplished if the women would just stop all this damn fucking fighting. I would love to see, you know, the ultimate would be having like Cardi and Lil Kim and Nicki. I mean, it'll never happen, even though we did have Cardi and Nicki together, but you know, I bet you they wasn't in that studio together. But like, if we could just get everybody to stop listening to the outside noise and the fans and all that shit, and just be like, you guys would be so much more, you would be so much stronger together. But And I know I'm not naive, you guys. So I know it's been so much water under the bridge now that they can't get to that, because now everybody has said shit about each other and families and all of that. So I mean, I got all of that, but I would really like to see it happen, because it don't need to be, it doesn't have to be this way. You don't see this happening in any other music genre. Like the black male rappers, they don't be beefing like that, okay? Country singers don't be, rock singers, you know, pop stars. I know some of the pop star girls have had little issues with each other, you know, your Taylor Swifts and your Katy Perry's and your, you know, but it still don't be to this level. Only the black female rappers go through this, and it don't have to happen, you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna get off the soapbox, because I'm supposed to be getting some dinner, going to go pick up dinner in a little bit. But I just really wish that, you know, we didn't have all of these stupid ass fights for no reason, and you know, everybody could just come together. Is that being silly? It might be. I mean, I guess fighting and shit does sell records and everything, but gosh, they gonna get older and they gonna be like, why was we doing all that? Okay, maybe when I was younger I would be more understanding of this shit, but I just, you know, at my big grown age today, you gonna realize you wasted a lot of time just being fucking mad. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna move it on. I'm gonna move it on along, y'all. Next story. Okay, you guys, next story is actually pretty sad, and this should remind people of how short life is, okay? Rest in peace to Brooke Bailey's daughter, Kayla Bailey. She was killed early Sunday morning in a car accident. Apparently she was in Memphis, Tennessee, I believe it is. She was with a young man, and they were in a car together, and they had their seatbelts on. And they haven't said anything about whether or not there were any alcohol involved or foul play or anything. They just said that they ran into the back of a like a tractor trailer truck, and she ended up dying. I believe he survived, and I believe she died on the scene. But very sad. Brooke Bailey had ended up posting on her social media. She said, "Forever my baby, pretty black, aka Kayla Nicole Bailey." Okay, and ended up posting a lot of pictures of her and her daughter together. And yeah, the daughter ended up dying. Okay, and I'm sure that Brooke Bailey did not think that she would be burying her 25-year-old daughter, who wasn't sick, you know, beautiful girl, living her life, and, you know, just out that night, and her life ended. So I mean, it's just something to think about, you guys. One day you be sitting up here fighting and fussing and cussing and wanting to do all of this to everybody else, and the next thing you know, somebody you love, or maybe even yourself, could be dead. You know, it's just not worth it, you guys. It's not worth it. There's so many things to live for. So I mean, I feel so heartbroken for Brooke Bailey. I know that I think she has other kids, but still, like, you know, this, your baby, you know, you don't want to see something like this happening. As a mother, I just am heartbroken for her. So, like I said, she was 25 years old. I don't believe she had any children, but don't quote me on that. I didn't look it up. Rest in peace to Kayla Nicole Bailey. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Because I know y'all don't be coming here to hear bitch tell you what to do all the goddamn time. Y'all know I love y'all. Rocky Lover, rock stars. I just want, you know, I want everybody to be happy and have a good life and all of that. Anyway, next story, you guys. DJ Academics. Well, he sure know how to piss motherfuckers off. Okay. Apparently, I haven't heard the whole thing, so I can just go by this one particular clip where DJ Academics is calling the old pioneers of rap, you know, calling them dusty and broke. And he evidently had rubbed many of the pioneers of rap the wrong way. Okay, this is where LL Cool J, okay. Mama named him James Todd Smith. He got very upset by that sound. Now, it was just a sound bite. It was just a clip. It wasn't the whole entire interview, I guess, that DJ Academics, whoever he was talking to when he was talking about it. LL Cool J just heard the sound bite about the old pioneers being dusty and broke. And boy, would I tell you, y'all done pissed off Uncle L. And when I tell you he was mad, let me tell you, that nigga was on that damn live. He adjusted his hat about 10 times. Them nostrils was flared. He was licking his lips. Okay, and he sat there till he got a good amount of people that was in there, and then he went on and was just like, there was a DJ who was out there who said that, you know, the old pioneers of rap was dusty and broke, and from what LL Cool J understood, DJ Academics was saying how DJ Academics put so much more on the fact that the new rappers of today have money and all of that, and like just discrediting the people who actually built the foundation of hip hop, right? So, you know, LL Cool J's thing was like, don't discount just because these people back in the day did not make a whole bunch of money, okay, and didn't have no huge career. Don't lessen what they contributed to hip hop just because they are not now rich. Now, of course, LL Cool J is rich, but there's many, when you think of all of the ones from the 80s, like the early 80s when it was just starting, them guys are not rich. They not LL Cool J rich, you know, and his whole point was they was creating something that didn't even exist then. So, you know, they built hip hop. You know, they couldn't come up with a business plan for something that hadn't even happened yet. People didn't even believe in it yet. You know, the movement hadn't made it yet. So LL Cool J's whole thing was like, these people basically built the fucking foundation so that all of you guys today can get rich. Okay, so that you can have something to build on and give a business plan, and now you can say what the success of other people that come before you have done, and now that it's like it has completely taken over the world, you know, because hip-hop influences everything, you know, and he gave all of these examples and everything, but that LL Cool J, he was pissed because he was just like, I'm tired of, you know, people just thinking that this generation invented the wheel. It's just like, no, there was many other people who made this shit happen for you. And just because they aren't rich doesn't mean that they should be just pushed to the side and call them dusty and broke and shit. So he didn't like that. Well, it turns out that DJ Academics had to come back because I would imagine if you're a DJ, a hip-hop DJ, you definitely ain't trying to piss off the LL Cool J's of the world. Not that I felt like LL was gonna do anything to him or try to do anything to him, but you know, it was just sort of like a lesson, like, you know, motherfucker, maybe you need to think before you speak. Well, DJ Academics comes out and he says, yes, exactly what LL said was completely true, but what LL didn't realize is I wasn't saying. He got that little bite, but he didn't get the whole context of the conversation. Okay. And I guess DJ Academics was trying to say that the people that have come before, you know, a lot of them don't have any respect or don't even give any kind of nothing to the younger generation of rappers because they, you know how it is when you just be like, oh, I don't listen to that shit. Like, I can't even understand what the fuck they saying and they look crazy. And you know how we can be when we get older. So he was saying that the people from the game that know the game, you know, from a long time ago, like they don't take in the younger generations and they don't, you know, help them and, you know, teach them about the whole game and all. Like, so DJ Academics was trying to say that there was more to it that he was saying, and it wasn't just about them being dusty and broke. The reason why LL was so upset is because I have heard even the younger generation just kind of just like be like whatever to the older generation of rappers because they just be like, oh, they old, nobody care, nobody listen to their music, blah, 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 blah. And really, there is some disrespect there. But I also know that, you know, as an older person, that we can be you know, we can also just be like, oh, what? Nobody listening to that shit. Like, you know, instead of really giving it a chance. So, I mean, everybody has like some, you know, if we were going to listen to all of DJ Academic's conversation, then, I mean, he did have some points in there. And of course, LL Cool J, I definitely agree with him. I just think that maybe he didn't get all of the story. But that the bottom line is that DJ Academic's show he pissed motherfuckers off. And he said some stupid shit. Yes, I know about him talking about Reginae and her new boyfriend. And it's just sort of like, why are you talking about this young girl? Like, she's Joe's age. Like, why do you even care enough to be... I mean, I guess because he was comparing her relationship with this new guy, who's actually a cute guy, looks like he's a good dude, you know, a famous YouTuber or whatever. I'm sure that that's the kind of guy, like, if I was her mom, that's the kind of guy that I would want her to be with. We don't want her with the YFN Lucci's of the world, who's in jail, and there's murder, and there's danger, and there's all kind of shit around him, you know? And so for him to be talking about, you know, calling her a bitch and saying all the things that he said, even though he did retract the statement, or retract the word, I should say, it's just sort of like, why are you talking about that young girl anyway? Nigga, get you some business. Like, you know, so anyway, DJ Academics, he's just special, and he stays in the news. I mean, I guess maybe that's what he wants to, you know, because he continues to get the clicks and the views, and that seems to be all people care about these days, you guys. But yeah, did you guys see that video? LL, boy, he was mad. I say, y'all done pissed off Mr. Smith. You guys, next story up. So you guys asked me if I watched the Jasmine's Blues on Netflix, and turns out that actually Roxy Reed's book club, we have movie night. We have Netflix movie night, or just basically movie night, because it could be Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or whatever. But we had Netflix movie night last night, Tuesday night. We usually have it on the last Tuesday of the month. And we watched Jasmine's Blues last night. Just so happened to watch it last night, you guys. And you guys, I'm not usually big on the Netflix movies. The Netflix movies usually are not that good. Okay, I've had some that were good. The documentaries, they do a great job with the documentaries, and they do a fantastic job with the series. Like, I just finished, well, I'm going to watch the last episode of Stranger Things tonight. And it's fabulous. Like, you guys, if you didn't watch Stranger Things, you need to get into it. It's so fucking good. Like, just mind-blowing, actually. But so I like the series, the shows, the TV shows that they have on there. I like it, and I like the documentaries, but usually the movies just be like, okay. But actually, I was pleasantly surprised with the Jasmine's Blues. You know, I wasn't expecting much because it's a Tyler Perry movie. And I usually can deal with Tyler Perry movies better than I can with his TV shows. I can't do the TV shows. I can't. Okay. And I do know about Zatima, or I think that's the name of it, Zatima, and people have been telling me that is good. But I didn't watch Sisters, so I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with Zatima. You know, I don't know those people. So, but I usually can deal with his movies, and you guys know I always am gonna love Medea, even though those movies are horrible. But Medea is so fucking funny that, you know, I just enjoy those. But usually I can take or leave Tyler Perry's movies. But this one actually was pretty good. I mean, it was great for a Netflix movie. Okay, because I was really expecting it to be fucked up. But how many times I'm gonna say that? But and you know, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it was, yeah, I definitely didn't fall asleep. It held my interest, and of course it was a very predictable movie. I'm just going to give you the spoiler alert now. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want the spoiler, you can just click off now. Okay, so now that the people have gone, we were able to identify quite a bit of storylines in there that reminded us of other movies. It was sort of like Tyler Perry just kind of in his mind was just like, okay, I'm going to put together all of these important parts of the storylines of these other stories, and then I'm going to mush it all together, and I'm going to come up with the Jasmine's Blues. Child, so we had Rosewood. I could see some parts that was related to Rosewood in it. We had shit similar to Color Purple, the Ray Charles movie, the Emmett Till story, Passing, okay, a little bit of the Imitation of Life up in there. I mean, it was all it was all of these stories that they just kind of, he took from all of them stories, and it seemed like he put them all together, and that's how he got Jasmine's Blues. And considering all of those stories that I just told you about are very, they're very compelling and things, he knew how to take the most important parts of them stories and kind of put them together, and it came out with this. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. Was not bad at all. Definitely worth, the 2 hours. I didn't feel like I wasted my time because, honey, that damn Kevin Hart, all of the Kevin Hart movies on Netflix is, nigga, that is, the milk is gone bad. It's terrible. I mean, terrible. So, but actually, Jasmine Blues actually was good. So if you were actually thinking about watching it, I suggest that you do. I definitely think that it is worth the watch. Okay. I do know about the Jeffrey Dahmer series that they have. I have no intentions of watching it. I just can't watch that kind of stuff, you guys. I know all about Jeffrey Dahmer and what a fucking sick, evil, unhuman person that he was, and I don't need to be reminded of it in the show. I think that a lot of people maybe didn't know about Jeffrey Dahmer, or maybe just forgot. But yeah, that's just nothing that I am going to watch. I do know that the families are, very upset. The families of the victims that he killed, feel like they're being re-traumatized because, they've got to see this shit all over everywhere again. And that's just sort of how it goes, when unfortunately, when there's a murderer and it's public record, and, people, true crime, first of all, is huge. It's huge. People love true crime, and people are just fascinated with what even goes into thinking to do the things that serial killers and things like that do. So, I mean, I get it. That is the reason why they made Dahmer. Okay, that is the reason why they made this series, is because people are fascinated and people want to know and want to see it, and yes, the casualty of that is the family, that have to relive it all over again. And it's very sad. It's very sad, but it's really just kind of how the game goes. It's just kind of how the game goes. But no, I know I can't watch Dahmer at all. Because first of all, I'm scary. Okay. I can barely watch Stranger Things. So that's enough to tell you how scary I am. That Dahmer shit would have me losing sleep, okay, and running my pressure. And baby, I need to keep the pressure low. Okay, I need to make sure that we stay right here. Okay, y'all see that? That's what it need to be. So no, won't be watching Dahmer. I hear that it is very well done, though. Definitely, you guys should check out Jasmine's Blues, and honorable mention Stranger Things. Love it. All right, you guys, just real quick, next story. So, young Miami and Puffy. I actually do really like these two together. I think that they are a very cute couple, or well, they're not a couple, they are dating. That is what they have both, or that is definitely what young Miami continues to tell us. She's saying that she's just having fun, and that she's single and he's single, and they see other people. Okay, we know for a fact that Puffy sees other people. As a matter of fact, he was just seen with 50 Cent's baby mama, the first baby mama, recently. And 50 Cent, of course, in his true bitch made way, was had a lot to say about it. And she was just like, basically, nigga, leave me the fuck alone. Our kid is grown, and you have no reason to even worry about what I do. Like, quit talking about me. Leave me alone. But that's neither here nor there. The fact that Puffy, was seen with that girl, and we've seen him with, many other girls, and all of that. Puffy is definitely single and dating. I do believe that Young Miami is single as well. I don't know if I believe the dating part, okay? If she is dating, we only see Puffy. She only shows that she's dating Puffy. I'd be willing to bet that she's not probably seeing many other people. One, because how do you go up against a Puffy? If you the other nigga trying to get with Young Miami, you know that she's used to the shit that Puffy can get to her. Because didn't he just buy her like a Rolls Royce truck or whatever the fuck? You know, everybody can't do that. Nigga, I thought we was gonna go to dinner. You know, nigga might be able to swing you a purse or something. So you know, a lot of guys might not even be trying to hit, you know, get at her like that. And then she probably is, I mean, I'm sure she's busy too, so she may not even be. All I'm saying to all of this really is my Young Miami girl, Carisha. I know you're young, you living your life, you should be dating, you should be having fun, you shouldn't be getting tied down, especially to somebody like Puffy, who is the never-ending bachelor, okay? And he's right on the borderline of giving you worms, but that's neither here nor there either. I'm just saying, protect your heart, girl, because it's very easy to go from, oh, we having fun, to the next thing you know that you in love with a motherfucker. And I'm sure that it would be easy to fall in love with somebody who has endless money, who's able to take you on all these beautiful vacations, who seems to be a fun dude, you know, and people respect him. I like all of these things. You just have to stay aware of. That's all I'm saying, Carisha. Stay strong, girl. Stay strong. Okay? Because you could turn around and look up and you be head over heels in love with this nigga. He out there taking homegirl this place and, you know, got one of them at the house and this and that and the other. I just want her to keep the focus, okay? If you gonna run this nigga pockets and have a good time with him and all that, then do that. All right, but don't let it go nowhere else. But I'm telling you, I was just like, girl, it's easy. It's gonna be easy. It's going to be easy to fall in love, honey. It has happened to the best of us. Okay, I ain't had no rich nigga like that, but you know, it's easy to fall in love with the ones that you ain't even supposed to be fucking with in the first fucking place. So that's all I'm saying. That's just some old auntie wisdom to Carisha. But I love the fact that them two are dating and having a good time and everything, because I feel like when you're young, you should be dating. Okay, I dated a lot. I was seeing a lot of people before I was able to kind of whittle it down. I wasn't fucking everybody. I wasn't sleeping with everybody, but I definitely had a great time. I was treated well. Okay. So I feel like that's how it should be. I know times have changed though. So, you know, motherfuckers is crazy and shit is not safe. You know, somebody wanted me to make sure that I let you guys know to just be careful when you go dating. You know, when you meet people online and shit, see, I have no experience with it because this online shit was not happening when I was dating, you know, but now people meet folks online, they swipe left or right or whatever, and they meet somebody and they hook up with them, and there's all this false sense of security or comfortability with the people, and you invite them to your house, and you don't know this motherfucker from Adam. You know how easy it is to create a whole nother life online, and that's not even you, you know, so people invite people over to their homes and things, and you know, you might even sleep with them, you know, way sooner than you should. Like, you just need to be careful. Somebody sent me a thing saying that there's some man who had invited another man that he met over to his house in Michigan or something, and the man ended up killing them and eating his testicles. I don't want to hear no story about a rock star getting killed and their testicles getting eaten, you guys. I don't. So I just need both the men and the women's rock stars to be careful dating. Yes, I think that dating is great, but you still need to be safe. And, you know, motherfuckers is kidnapping. There's a whole bunch of bad shit happening out there that just kind of fucks up everything. You can't have no fun no damn more without you worrying about something happening to you. So I just want everybody to be careful. That part being said, yes, date and get to know these people, because when you finally settle down with the person, you need to know that that's the person that you're gonna be with, okay? And even when you know that, the shit still don't be all that easy. So that's why I'm saying, just like really know. Anyway, y'all, I'm just really on my soapbox today, child. I got a whole lot of other shit to say. Moving on.